We are grateful to our sponsors, Kelly Stafford with Stafford Tree Service, and also Black Kow Cow Manure. If you need your trees trimmed locally, remember Stafford Tree Service at staffordtreesvc.com. And please visit Black Kow Cow Manure, that's K-O-W. Remember, both of the contact details are in the description below. Hi, I'm Stan DeFreitas for the Ask Mr. Greenthumb Gardening Segments. We had one of our loyal viewers contacted us recently and said, hey, I really love orchids. Could you do another segment on orchids? And we came across this beautiful Phalaenopsis, and my lovely wife said, oh, it's beautiful. We need to bring that one in. So in honor of you and honor of her, we picked this one at the nursery, and we wanted to show it to you. Now, a little bit about history of some of the orchids. Orchids have been with us, with mankind, for at least 2,500 years. Both the Japanese, the Chinese, the explorers, people would do expeditions to South America, to Africa, to many parts of the world looking for orchids. And they would come up with different varieties of orchids. And then, of course, many of the hybridizers would start hybridizing orchids and coming up with new varieties. Today, many of the orchids are raised from meristematic tissue. Little tiny tissue is taken through tissue culture, and they can get the same exact orchid from that tissue culture. So it's become a really interesting industry. Now, orchids are beloved because they're just beautiful. When you think of something that has this kind of color and holds their flowers for not just a day, not just a week, but for months, not many plants in the kingdom can do that. So orchids are also tough. You know, if you've got a greenhouse, orchids can be easily grown. But if you're in protected areas where it's not going down below freezing, you can raise these out underneath your tree. And I wouldn't have them in the hottest full sun, but if you've got partial sun, partial shade, that's great. They like some sunlight, but they don't want to be out of that hot west or southern sun all day long. Usually we're going to have them in somewhat filtered light. And even if you have them in a greenhouse, you normally have some kind of shade cloth over part of it so that you're not getting really deluged by that great hot sun all day long. Now, they're easy to grow. Most of them are epiphytic, just meaning that they're air plants. You can grow them on the base of trees. You can grow them in decorative containers like we have here. Now, this one tends to have a little bad leaf, and that happens from time to time. So we're just going to take out a little alcohol wipe. We're going to go over the cutters. Remember that often we are the vector or the spreader of disease. So if you go in and you say, well, I've got a bad leaf here, which we have, we're just going to cut that and just cut it off and get rid of it. It's usually not going to be more than one leaf at a time. It's easy to have leaves, and occasionally where water sits there for a long period of time, you may get into a little bit of a fungus spot. In general, it's a nice leathery leaf. And remember, the tougher the leathery leaf, the less problem you normally have from fungal problems. People will keep these moist. They may miss them. That's fine. If you want to fertilize them, you can use almost any general balanced liquid plant food. Some people like to go with an organic type. Some people like to use just a liquid chemical fertilizer. Either one seems to do well with it. Normally some wood chips will be good. And I would make sure that you enjoy this flower. And it's not as hard as you think. In fact, I would say it's one of the more hardy plants. They've been around forever. They're tough, they're strong, and they'll do well in your backyard as well. Remember, of course, the new videos will be dropping on your favorite social media platform every Saturday at 10 a.m. And if you like this video, please hit subscribe, hit the bell, hit whatever that helps you. And of course, if you want to leave some comments below, well, we like to hear them. And just like that, we may talk about your favorite plant in one of our future shows. Thanks for watching.